It depends on the individual. Some people might say I'm weak, and if that's what it means, it is what it is, you know.
I work hard. People know I work hard. People that work
Yeah.
that I work hard. So like, I'm not gonna argue with a stranger on the internet.
People are having conversations with ChatGPT. I don't like that.
People.
No.
People just need to be mindful of how they leave comments and remember that we're interacting with real people. I think social media removes that like feeling of like you're talking to a real person.
People are hustling, and then you have the mall. People have their cameras set up.
Yeah.
People are vlogging. Enough is enough.
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Just Chats with Tsogofatso and
Masego, and we are super excited that you're back again. We really appreciate the support and listening to us, just having chats about things that resonate with our hearts, and we're just sharing our experiences and our stories. And yeah, we thank you once again for
joining us for
showing
the
up.
first quarter of 2025. We've dropped 3 episodes this year so far, so 1 episode every month. So if you missed any of them, do go back and check them out. But yeah, we're excited for today's episode.
Most definitely. And yeah, if you're not aware, we drop an episode every month at Sofa Automation on the 15th. So set those notifications, don't miss out. But yeah, if you haven't listened to the previous episodes, take some time and have a chat, have a listen to our chat and let us know what you think.
Or have a chat with us on our social media.
I mean, the way we love chatting, guys.
Yeah. We're there, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So
yeah, we've got you. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about that. What are we talking about today?
Social media, actually. So yeah, that's actually a good way to jump into things.
Yeah.
But first, before we get into chatting, let's chat a little bit about something else. Like, you know, before we get into the topic, like, I just wanted to ask, like, what's been your highlights of, like, the week, of the month, maybe of the first quarter? And yeah, so yeah, what's your highlight? I think this is a good time. We're filming this right at the end of Q1, so at the beginning of April. So yeah, I think it's a good time to just, like, the year is going. It's like 3 months already. So like, yeah, it's a good time to look back and see how things are going.
Okay, so my biggest highlight for this week is that I got myself a new pair of wheels. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So I got myself a big girl car.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. It intimidates me every now and then because it's much bigger than the other cars that I've driven.
Yeah.
But
this is you now, girl.
This is me.
Big girl
This is
era.
me. And yeah, I feel that the will of God will not take me, where the grace of God will not protect me. So yeah, what's meant to be will always find its way. I've worked hard. I've made the sacrifices. I'm struggling a bit with enjoying it because it's so, you know, like there's sort of like guilt and fear.
Yeah.
But I'm really trying to enjoy it. And yeah, that's the highlight for me.
That's a big one. So shout out.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, guys. Oh, it's my baby.
Yeah, I love that for you.
And you? What's your biggest highlight this from the past quarter or the past week?
For me, I'm gonna choose one for the past quarter, and I'm just gonna say my hard work. I think when I started 2025, I think in the past episodes I've said, like, I took some time off last year, you know, slowed down. So it was good to get back into things this year, just to show myself again, like, you know, I can really do hard things. I can do, like, things that I set my mind to. I think it was a little bit, I know I'm saying my highlight, but I'm gonna say it's a little bit challenging. It was a little bit challenging in the sense that sometimes you're working so hard on certain things and you're putting in so much effort and you're not really seeing any like rewards from the hard work that you're doing. But I think it was just good to see myself, just to show to myself that, you know, I'm still able to do the work. I believe in the things that I'm doing, so I do believe it will pay off. But I think I was just really proud of myself for doing hard things.
Well done, girl. Nah, shout out. And yeah, there's a time for everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, maybe this is your season for working hard and showing up, and you will reap what you sow.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah. So like maybe when we do another highlights a quarter from now, you know what I'm saying? Like, give myself a car now. My hard work paid off. So that, like, we're in different seasons.
Most
and
definitely.
it looks different. And one of the ways that I've been working hard is posting every day on TikTok. So
yes,
I think now we can jump into the conversation today of social media, because this side you have someone that has, like me, that's been posting every single day on TikTok in 2025, and then we have my sister who is not active on social media.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Why? Why did you?
Why are you attacking me? Why are you attacking me?
Why did you leave social media?
Sure. I love social media. I love for social media. I know there are pros and cons. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But for me, I think it was during COVID.
Yeah.
I think it was I had no entertainment, and it was my go-to. I mean, that's where most of us.
Yeah, well, like, I'm a savage, sassy, bougie, nasty.
And the trend of throwing.
The rush. The touch.
I did. Yeah.
Used up all your bundles in COVID,
I
and you're like,
I really did. So during that time, I felt like I was addicted to social media. I think it's because I didn't have. It was a lot was happening. I mean, we were shut down, we were locked down, and I just dived into social media, and like it was just a spiral for me because then I was not using it for like information only or for entertainment. It got to a point where I felt like it made me feel like I was not enough, and I was not doing enough. And I know it depends on the individual. Some people might say I'm weak, and if that's what it means, it is what it is, you know. But I'd see people, my peers, or people from high school, or people our age group, and you're like, they're doing this, and I'm also working hard, but I'm not driving this car, I'm not living this lifestyle, and I know that social media is not 100% real. People are not transparent, but at that time, I didn't get it, and it really made me feel less. Like I didn't appreciate myself. I didn't feel like I was doing enough. And when I posted on social media, it was almost as if I was trying to prove that I can, and that I don't think that's the point of your social media, because then you're literally comparing yourself with the Joneses or the Kumalos or the Sofatos, and you don't know what their background is, what their goals are. So in May 2022, a month after I got married, guys, please, a month after I got married, I decided, I'd get sharp, and it was just literally that I had an epiphany while driving, and I said, I'm going to stop, and then I logged off Instagram. I didn't delete my account, but I never logged back in since then. In terms of X, I've never been active on X or Twitter. I find it very confusing. I don't understand how it works. So when I left Instagram, I went to Facebook. Because I thought, Facebook is Instagram light. Same, then all of a sudden, because I was sort of connected to the people that I was connected to on Instagram. Then eventually I stepped back from Facebook. Then I decided to become a
WhatsApp
influencer. That's me. So I'm on WhatsApp, and I'm also on TikTok, but I don't post on TikTok. I use it as entertainment and as an information or source of information. And the reason I feel that's working for me is because I'm not following anyone. I probably only follow you and just chats. And that the reason for that is that it's so entertaining, because my For You page is just like random
people
stuff. People I don't know, people I don't follow. Maybe there are some influencers that pop up every now and then, but I think those are the
Grace one.
Exactly. Our Gloria Nova. I love those. So that's how it's working for me, and I've been at peace. I'm content. I don't know if I'm gonna go back, because I don't know if I'm strong enough to go back. I'm scared that I might relapse. And but I've learned a lot from social media. Like I learned that I've got a passion for cooking and baking through Instagram during COVID. Even though I was posting because I want people to see that I got this, but I was just like, I actually really really like this. So that's why I decided to step away from social media, because I was not strong enough to not let it influence me in the worst way. So when are you joining me?
Well, for me it's a little bit different. I've been on social media for years now, like for as long as I remember, like my teenage years already. Started on social media. I think my Twitter account is from like 2014.
Sure.
That's 11 years ago.
So
I've been on social media, and I think I've also been lucky to have it turn into a side hustle. So for me in 2020, it started to turn more into a side hustle. I started getting more campaigns, making more money on social media. So I think that's what makes it a little bit different. Like just finding the balance. I do enjoy social media. I enjoy creating content, and I think I spend way too much time on social media, but I don't feel like I am easily influenced by what I'm seeing. Like, I don't feel like people are doing this, now I want to do this, and feel any pressure in that sense. But yeah, I think a lot of my time is consumed by social media. I've just been thinking about it more lately. I think, for example, on Twitter, I used to like tweet my every single thought.
Sure.
But now I think I'm trying to spend my time doing like other hobbies. Like I've been crocheting more. I wanna do like more artsy stuff.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I have less time for stuff like Twitter. Like I don't have a phone. My phone was in repairs for about a week.
Yeah.
And I downloaded TikTok and Instagram onto my iPad. But I didn't need Twitter because like I feel like I'm over it already. It's just like so weird to just delete it because I've grown a bit of a platform and it's also been an avenue for me to make some money as well. So having to think about like, okay, am I ready to let that go as well? So yeah, I think having it as a side hustle is a little bit different. But yeah, I really just enjoy creating and consuming content. I just think I spend way too much time on there. I'd love to spend less time. I think what I've noticed also that like when you have like more hobbies, like when I read more, I have less time for stuff like social media. But I think another thing that I've just been struggling with actually now as I grow older, like as I just turned 26, is knowing how much to share. Because I feel like in like a season or an era where like I'm okay with not sharing. Like
Yeah.
Previously, as I said, like if I bake, everyone needs to know that I'm
Yeah.
baking.
Yeah. They
If
must
I'm
know.
outside, everyone needs to know that I'm outside. But like now, I no longer have that need to like. I'm just like living life. Like I just posted today on Instagram for the first time I think in like 2 weeks
Sure.
because like I think I wasn't posting
Oh,
before
are
my
you
phone.
okay?
Yeah, like and I always used to have an Instagram story. So I think now I'm really struggling with having it as my side hustle and kind of enjoying having a private life. But also, if it's my side hustle, I can't just come and post when I have like a brand deal.
Yeah,
Like I still
yeah.
have an audience that
You need to entertain
yeah,
and engage
interact
with. Yeah.
and so that's where I'm at right now.
I think the point where you mentioned, Guti, you don't feel the need to share. It's almost like you don't feel the need to impress anyone,
Yeah.
sort of. So that's what I was struggling with, especially with the car the past week. I'm like, the people that I'm close to, I called them or sent them the video when I was
Yeah.
collecting the car personally, and they were happy. And then, people called me, sent me messages, all's good. Those people know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do I post it on WhatsApp or not?
Yeah.
Because I'm excited about
Yeah.
this thing that's happening in my life, but then do I really have to post it? It's a bit of a dilemma for me.
For me-
I honestly don't know.
I think we all know that most people use social media to post their highlights, and as you said, it can be like triggering to people like you, where you feel like now you feel pressure because everyone's just doing something, But that's the reason why I think, I mean, we're human. Who wants to post like today? Like I
so
failed
sorry.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to. Like we're human. Nobody wants to like put that. But I like that. For example, it's a highlight reel because, for example, I can go to my social media platforms and connect with women in tech. I've been in a space where like I am the only woman in those spaces. So it's so nice to be able to go to social media and see like, oh, these are other women in tech
Yeah.
doing this. So I think it's a really great platform to connect with people if you do it the right way. So even though it's just highlights, it's like, yeah, like, that at the end of the day, that's what most people use it for. And I think I probably say this in every one of our episodes.
Yeah.
But it's all about knowing who you are, which is not easy because it's like, when you get to social media, you see people like myself. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm on holiday. Then the next person is like, hey, guys, unboxing my LV bag.
And you're like, what the
Yeah,
hell
and
am
the
I
next person
doing
is like,
wrong?
hey, guys, I'm getting married.
Yes,
And
yeah.
now you want every single thing that everyone has. But it's like, that's when you need to go and, for
Yeah.
example, with myself, I like to follow, when I go to social media, I'm looking for like business and entrepreneurship and women in tech inspiration. So like those are the people that I'm like, okay, I want to do that. I want to.
So you're building your For You page brick by brick.
Yeah, so then it's like when I see like a luxury unboxing, I'm like, cute, you go girl, but like I
that's
don't
not
feel
for
like
me.
I want that
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah.
So it's like that's how it's like, yeah, just knowing yourself and knowing what you want. You can't want everything that everyone has because
Sure.
everyone is just posting their highlights. People have different lives. So if you like, also probably if you checked there could be people that have it all, but maybe the person that's getting married is not
Yeah.
in the era of building their business.
Most definitely.
And the person that's building their business is not in the era of doing luxury unboxing.
And
So-
when you see all of these and you want all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good point because with me, stepping away from social media actually helped me a lot. Honestly, it was a game changer for me because a few years after I stepped away, we were looking for a home. And it was, as you said, it taught me who I am and what I actually like. Because
Yeah.
I know for a fact, knowing myself then, if I was still on social media while going through that journey, I would have looked for homes that are popular.
Instagram-worthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I look at our home, I said, it's kind of cute, you know, and we're making it what we want it to be, our little sanctuary, because it's not a Pinterest page, you understand, or an Instagram account. So that's the one thing that I realized, that when I stepped away from social media, people, yes, some people are really, really strong, and shout out to you, you
Yeah.
know. When I grow up, I want to be like you. But for me, when I stepped back and I said, you know what, I'm not going to be influenced, that's how I actually stood on my own 2 feet, on my foundation, and knew what I wanted. But obviously, I will follow some trends that I really, really like, and it has taught me to think hard on those kind of trends. Like, for example, wall paneling. I've always loved wall paneling from
Yeah.
when we stayed in an apartment, and then when we moved into our home, and I was like, okay, I kind of like this. And it took some couple of months for me to decide which that's actually what I like, especially when I was away from
Yeah.
social media. And to tell you the truth, I still enjoy that space because it's really something I truly love from the bottom of my heart. And we did it ourselves. So you can hire us anytime, guys. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's what I like about social media as well. I think it also gives us access to
That's true.
things. Like I said, I'll just make the example with like the women in tech. Like if without social media, it's like I feel so isolated. Like here I am at work, you know, having
Yeah.
to do this alone. But like I can go on social media and interact with like-minded people.
Yes.
Like now I'm in my crochet era and I'm going there, hashtag crochet talk, and seeing like what are
Yes,
people
yes.
making, people that are starting out, people that have experience. So I think it also gives us a lot of access to, you know,
Information,
resources.
yeah. No, if it's used correctly, honestly, it's a game changer as well. I mean, there's so many advantages to it, as in like giving you a community, networking, getting information. I mean, that's the one thing, the main thing, that even though we know now that be very careful with your sources.
Yeah, 'cause
I know.
And then, like with AI, guys, like
Exactly.
I'm 26, but there's this lady that does like, is this AI or real?
Yes, I've seen that, and I'm just like, and I'll play there, I'll be like, it's real. It's like,
like-
no, it's
I'm
AI.
like, oh, I'm gonna get scammed when
Yeah.
I get older. But like, yeah, with AI and all of that, it's just, it's getting a little bit
Yeah.
weird.
Very
How do you feel
fishy.
about that? AI.
With AI, I feel like again there are pros and cons.
Yeah.
I think we're moving really fast with AI. Honestly speaking, yeah, it's a bit scary. Honestly, yes, we have to evolve. We need to advance in life, but I feel like it's moving a little too fast for my liking. AI is just legit rocking up. People are. I mean, like you go to ChatGPT and people are having conversations with ChatGPT. I don't like that. No, please call me, voice note me. Like it's okay. Like that, I'm just like, no, guys, we can't have AI replace
We're
the
in an
human touch.
episode of Black Mirror at this point.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you about, because you said you are obviously you're using social media because you are in the content creation space.
Yeah.
Let's talk about when it comes to cyberbullying, because your audience or the audience sometimes feels entitled
Yeah.
to just throw whatever comes to their mind when it comes to their opinions, their thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, I think posting on social media opens you to a whole world of like people having opinions on whatever you post. It's like some people really take it as an invitation to say, well, you posted it,
So
why
take
can't
it.
we say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be tough. Like, sometimes it's like, there's so many people leaving positive stuff on your comments, on your content, and then you'll get that one like bad thing and it just sticks with you. And unfortunately, we're human. Like,
Yeah.
the best thing is not to focus on that, because it's like there's probably so many people appreciating and liking what you do, but yeah, it can affect you. And I think, like, I don't know, I think it's my theme for 2025. It's just like just knowing who you are. Because like, for example, one of my posts and someone says like, you know, you guys are making us go back to the office, whatever, because I was posting
I
about working
remember.
at a restaurant, and that person was really like, I was so annoyed by that comment. 'Cause I'm like, I work hard, and like people are gonna say this, and I thought about it, and I was like, I work hard. People know I work hard. People that work not work
Yeah.
that I work hard. So like, I'm not gonna argue with a stranger on the internet. I think sometimes, obviously, if someone is disrespecting you, like, you're also not gonna let that happen. So
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, I'm just gonna ignore the people. But some people say really rude things.
Yeah.
I think one thing is that you also need to be mindful when you're leaving comments and stuff on social media. These are real people.
Yeah.
Like,
I think people forget that you're not interacting with machines.
Yeah, I've seen on TikTok, like, there's also like this weird energy of like someone will just post like, oh guys, like, it's my outfit,
Yeah.
and then they're like, oh, you're shaped like a square.
Yeah.
Like, why would you?
Or you should have called us before you went shopping.
Yeah,
You know.
so it's like,
Yeah.
I know it feels like the person, like, they'll say, well, you asked us for opinions, whatever,
Yeah.
but like, there's ways to deliver a message.
I agree.
Yeah, so I think people just need to be mindful of how they leave comments, and remember that we're interacting with real people. I think social media removes that like feeling of like you're talking to a real person.
Yeah.
Like, would you come to my face and say that?
Yeah, no, that's
So,
true. And I think it also just reveals that hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse, but I think it's the fact that people are hiding behind the screen.
Screen, yeah.
And you'd be shocked, like, as you said, the people that are hiding behind the screen is probably like, what the hell? Like, when you see the gender, when
Yeah.
you see the age group, sometimes you're like, you shouldn't even be consuming this kind of content. You understand what I'm trying to say? But I also just want to also touch base on, how can I put it? Like, what is it? Clickbait. Like, as content creators,
Yeah.
like, you get a lot of people that is it rage bait. Like, they post
Oh,
things,
yeah.
they know that people that don't know how to control themselves will comment
and push the video.
Yeah.
I think the thing with that is that now a lot of people are getting into social media as like, not even as a side hustle, but like
It's an income,
it's as
yeah.
a source of income.
Yeah.
So they need people to engage. They need, for example, on TikTok, some countries have the creator fund.
Okay.
So the more views you get, the more money you make. So they make money directly through TikTok, no brand deals or anything, just
Sure.
from views. So it's like, once you get your video to as many people as possible, then you are making money.
Yeah. Yeah. You sorted, bro.
Yeah, so I think that's what leads us to like that kind of content where people are just posting because they're working. Like, this is work.
Jobby
you know?
job.
Yeah, so I think social media also as a source of income is also different to when it's just social media for fun. Because even with myself, like, I've posted every day on TikTok, and I don't just wake up and like, what am I gonna post today?
You have a strategy. You
Yeah,
have a plan.
I have a full-time job, I have side hustles, I have many hobbies.
You have the podcast.
Yeah, so it's like, I need to plan how. So like, versus someone that's posting for fun versus, for example, someone like me that's trying to maintain this as a source of income. Like, I look at social media different.
Yes,
you know?
of course you do. Yeah.
Yeah, also I look at my analytics. Like, I see like, what are people.
Where do you check that?
Like, I check like which videos did well, which videos didn't do well. How do I optimize my hashtags? And how do I get people, like, I've been doing like travel content and looking at like what made people watch this video.
Sure.
If it does well, I'm like, okay, wow, I had an interesting hook in this video. How can I use this now on my other? So it's like social media can go way deeper because it is a form of marketing. Like,
It
as you
is.
can see,
It is.
It is. I think it's what might be one of the biggest forms of
I
marketing
agree.
at this point. So I think another thing is just to remember that a lot of people are making money through the content that you see. So it also reminds you to be mindful of why people are posting the type of content they're posting. I think an example or something I can think of that's not completely related is I just saw, I think it was like today or yesterday, someone say like, if someone is like trying to sell you, if someone's claiming to make like 100,000 per month and they're trying to sell you the course to show you, it's probably because that's how they're making it.
Exactly. Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense, honestly speaking. But now my question, my thinking and my question is, it's taking away the fun part of social media. You know, I get that it's changed a lot of people's lives. I mean, it's changed your life.
Yeah. These lights.
Don't go. But like my thing is that it's taking away the pressure. Like it's adding unnecessary pressure sometimes to like the people that, because now everyone, I know at the beginning of the year, everyone on TikTok, they were in the Grace Mondlane era.
Yeah.
Shout out.
She posted her 2024 recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now people are hustling, and then you have the mall. People have their cameras set up.
Yeah.
People are vlogging. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
You know, but I get it. I get that. You know, do what you gotta do. But that's my opinion, because I feel like now everything, Jay, is just content creation.
Yeah.
Like you go to a restaurant and people are taking pictures of the food. You walk into here and people are like doing a voiceover, whatever the case may be, and it's just like it's taking away from being present in the moment. That is just me, because even with you, I even tell you my data when it comes to taking pictures, because we really also have to be in the moment. Yeah. So I think that's the one thing, Mina, I'm wary of, because people are just going into like even when it comes like simple things like outfits. You even get people say that I can't wear this outfit or this thing again because I've already posted it. What are we supposed to do with all these clothes? Because that also has a major impact on like, is it not necessarily the economy, because then we have companies that are manufacturing
overconsumption.
Exactly. I've watched an episode on YouTube on that, because you wear this, you want to get rid of it, you're on to the next thing, because things are just, the trends are moving so fast and people don't want to repeat their clothes. Guys, I've worn this dress so many times. It's one of my favorite items of clothing. And maybe I won't wear it again on the podcast. But you understand? But that's how I feel that that's the other way we lean, because people don't want to like be seen wearing the same thing or be at the same place. Because
now we're here, we're gonna influence people to wear your clothes, guys. We have washing machines.
I mean,
so I think it's unfortunate. Like I think it's got its pros and cons.
Most definitely.
Because there's both sides. Because I've seen people that live like minimalistic lives also share that on their social media. They're like, I'm not gonna buy a towel until, I don't know if you guys know, I think it's like Bradley on a budget.
Yeah.
Do you know him? He loves, like, I'm not buying a new towel. Like, my towel still works. I will never buy a towel until this one. But like stuff like that. So I think, with content now, it's like, because this is the era we're in, people are creating content. The best we can do now is the same way as we're having influencers that, for example, are saying every week clothing haul. We can have influencers that I think they're calling it now de-influencing. Okay. That post like, hey guys, like this, when we post this episode on my TikTok, I'll be posting like realistic outfits of the day to work. So like showing people also reality. So I think
what I eat in a day.
Yeah, so I think that's. But I think sometimes that type of content doesn't work because people want to see the wild and crazy stuff,
Unrealistic stuff.
I don't know how we fix it. I think the best, for example, I could do as an individual is do the de-influencing.
But then, is that going to be good for your brand? Because, as you said, if people want to see the lies or the entertaining stuff, which are the unrealistic, which are things that maybe we can't, like we're living through you. And now when you come here and you're living the same life as us,
like for example, I'll just make an example with my vlog channel. Please subscribe, guys. It is
Please, guys, subscribe.
Vlogs. But like the idea of my channel is like, I think I even have there as like the tagline or something. It's like my vibe right now is just living life. Like I'm just living life, just sometimes just day to day. And unfortunately, that doesn't always make for entertaining content. So the best I can do is just put it out, hope someone enjoys it.
Sure.
But right now, I don't know what's that's what people are enjoying. That's the era that we're in.
No, we just need to adapt. And because things change.
But you have seen Woolworths worked with a lot of influencers recently talking
Okay.
about sustainability
Sure.
and
Yes,
those
yes,
kind of
yes, yes,
topics.
yeah.
So, like as I've mentioned, I think that's the best you can do right now. Educate people. I think also with what's happening in Congo as well, like showing people that guys, if you want to get a new iPhone every single year,
This is what's
these are the people
sure.
that are being affected. Like, you know, so just hope that there's more people that are willing to speak up to say, guys, if we continue doing 1, 2, 3, this is the reality of what's happening. So
And what's also an advantage of social media, as you said, is spreading the word.
yeah,
I mean, like, how would we have known about what's happening in Congo if we didn't
Yeah.
have social media?
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's because we're using these phones and all of that, but the fact that that information can get to us here.
yeah. Like now it's me and my iPhone 13 until because I just got it fixed. That's like
No,
Actually,
yeah, no,
so-
like, and my other thing is that when I post, honestly, right now when I post, first of all, it's because I'm sharing the good parts of my life. Like, it's exciting. You know,
Yeah.
I want to share the joy with the people that I share this with on my social, on WhatsApp, whatever the case may be. But the main thing is to also show with guys, you can do it. I know if
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. It's almost
think-
like if Masoko can do it, so can I. If Masoko can like push this out, if Masoko can start a podcast and like be committed to it, why can't I do that?
when I did the I Am Remarkable program,
Yes, yes, yes.
that's what they were trying to get us to do, to show us that it's okay to use your social media as a highlight reel. Like as I've said, I've been posting consistently on YouTube since like 2020, and I've had people that started watching my videos after watching my videos, went to apply
Yeah.
to study computer science,
Yeah.
and then came back to tell me like, hey, like, you know, I just secured my first job as a software engineer. And it's like, if I didn't, as I said, like, women in tech is still, like, we're getting more and more into the industry, but we're still the
No,
like,
it's still far.
minority.
A lot
Yeah.
still needs to be done.
Yeah, so it's like having this platform to share, like, shows people all around that, wow, someone that looks like me can get into these spaces.
Yeah.
And now, like, I get to have people say, like, hey, shout out to your videos. I'm here now. I think also, for example, with my personal finance videos, like, I think I don't think there's anything wrong with, showing your highlights. It's just human. And I think when you do it with the right intention of trying to, like, I think for example with my YouTube channel, how it all started picking up is because I felt like when I started investing, I'm like, I had no idea about any of this.
Exactly, and you want other people to know.
Yeah, so with the things that I share, it's like, yeah, I do a lot of lifestyle content, but like I also like to do like a lot of knowledge sharing to say, hey guys, did you guys know 1, 2, 3? So I think social media gives us really access to so many and so much information that
Yeah.
we wouldn't otherwise have access to. So I think honestly, I'd like for more people to be like you, to like know themselves. Like
Yeah.
if you feel like it's not affecting you in a positive way, take a break, step away.
Step away.
You know,
Yeah.
like I think it's meant to be something that's obviously at this point of time, you know, it's gone down many routes. They're trying to make us stay there as long as possible.
Of course.
But
They're good at it, hey?
yeah, so I think like finding a balance, like yes, having some hobbies, maybe setting a limit on your phone. That's what I've done now.
I've done that, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I know I've struggled
And I
with
say-
ignore.
Remind me. Yeah, like we're still human. Like
Yeah.
when I was saying like, guys, I only spend like 30. Ooh, girl, if you see my screen time,
Yeah.
like I'm embarrassed. I won't even say it because I'm so embarrassed of what my screen time is. But like I think try to take the measures of like social media is fun. We've like I don't know my life without being on social media, so I don't think I could just say today
I'm
I'm going
out.
off because it's also
Yeah.
my side hustle.
Yeah.
You know. But I think just knowing yourself, like maybe pick up a hobby, you know. One thing that really like touched me is something I saw on TikTok, and this guy said like, "Hey guys, like I'm turning 35 now, but I don't know what I did with the last 10 years of my life. Like I just spent time scrolling and scrolling
Yeah.
on. Because what I noticed about myself, I wasn't watching like any.
I remember when we spoke about that.
I wasn't reading any books. I wasn't watching any
Anything.
series. I wasn't really doing anything. So which means my days are just filled with TikTok. And the thing with like TikToks is like I'm watching like 30-second TikToks. Like there's nothing that's like if someone says like, tell me about the TikTok you watch, it's like, oh, it will entertain me for 15 minutes and I moved on. So stuff like reading a book, I can say, oh, okay, in 2025 I read 1, 2, 3 books, I watched this show, I crocheted 1, 2, 3. So I would really we enjoy social media, we use it as a side hustle, we connect with people, but also take some time, step away, go on a hot girl walk, read a book, watch a series, listen to some podcasts.
Replace that habit.
And try to minimize, like I think even start small, like try to reduce it by an hour. You know?
Start small. No one's perfect, and you don't want to set yourself up for failure, because as I said, when I stepped away from social media, I realized then I didn't know what was happening because I was off social media, and I felt like an idiot, so then I went on to TikTok. Then you see things that happen. Current affairs are also on on TikTok, and then what I also did, just to also know what's happening, like in terms of the news and like more serious stuff in this world, I like download a news app, then before I wake up, or when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, okay, 10 minutes just reading the news, even though I hate the news because news is always bad news. But like just to be informed, because that's what social media also does. It keeps you informed. But the whole point is to, as you said, know yourself and be honest with yourself. If things are not working out, if it's not making you grow, if it's depressing you or making you feel like trash, step back. Honestly, that's how I feel. And give yourself grace. I like that you always say that. Give yourself grace. Not everyone is living this lavish life, and you have no idea. You have no idea how people get the things that they get. You don't know their backgrounds.
And how long it took them.
You don't know how hard they had to work. You don't know whether they had a trust fund. You don't know the things they're doing, if they're doing like...
if they're not happy with...
that's the other thing, so... Just give yourself grace and do what makes you happy, but just be honest with yourself. So that's my main thing. Those are my pearls of wisdom that I can share from my journey with social media.